and welcome to another episode of our show Cooking With Me, Chef Hamza. An action-packed episode today. 3 courses, 1 guest. That's all it is, guys. Fantastic. I'm so proud to be announcing this great guest that we have today. You all know her. She's been with the Islam channel since the beginning. From Women's AM, Tahini Sauce. Please, come in. I think I should give you a round of applause. A round of applause.
That's such a lovely introduction. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. It's a pleasure to have you here. And now I'm going to be cooking for you. The 3 dishes that we have today, it's a treat for you. We have falafel, homemade falafel, something that we do in our restaurants all the time.
I love falafel.
Fantastic. With some tahini sauce. We're going to have then 2 cuts of veal. We've got veal today, not beef. Well, it's beef, but veal. It's a little bit softer, a bit more tender. It's great to cook with. We have the ribeye, and then we have what I would say is the sirloin or T-bone steak that we have here. And I'm going to cook it a nice medium rare, maybe medium for you if I'm feeling generous.
I'm biting my tongue right now because I don't want to debate with you.
It makes such a difference, honestly, on the way you cook the meat. It's all about
Well, this is your opportunity to sell it to me because Asians, we say our meat should be cooked properly.
Start with potatoes, and we grab a peeler from here. So, you have been on Women's AM since the beginning, or?
So, Women's AM was set up in, I think, around 2012, 2013. But, yeah, so we've been ongoing since.
Right.
Presenting and producing that now. But, of course, Islam Channel started broadcasting live shows and things since about 2014. So that's when I joined. We were a small group. It's grown into a very big company now, mashallah, a lot more people. So I've been there to see it grow, so that's been a nice...
Right, I'm going to just go through what I've done here. Just drained out a tin of chickpeas. I'm going to blitz them up. So you want it not puree, so you want it a bit chunky. You've got some whole ones in there. You could do it with a mincing machine, which is how we normally do it, or you could just mash it with a good old masher. But because I'm a little bit lazy, I thought I'd do it this way. Like so, perfect, like that in there. To that, then, I'm going to add quite a bit of garlic. Falafel always has a lot of garlic. 3, 4, maybe 5 little cubes, cloves of garlic. What I normally do, just give it a twist, and then the whole skin should come off. It's a little simple tip like that. We put about 4 or 5 cloves in there. Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely perfect. If you want to place the potatoes there, we're going to need another potato, so probably 2 potatoes. We've got 2 pieces of meat. We can have a potato each. I think we're okay with that. Falafel, traditional Middle Eastern dish. It's all over the Middle East, right the way from Palestine all the way to Egypt, maybe in Libya, I'm not sure. Now to that, I'm going to add, if I can take your green chopping board, half sweet pepper. Take that out. Don't worry about the seeds and the pith. And just chuck it in like so. Right, that's on there. We're going to use that, just quarter.
So this is about right amount for my 2 kids and my husband.
Should be enough. Perfect for 2 kids. Yes, and the other half olive oil. And they also know that I love to put salt. So in there like so. And a good helping of sea salt. Be generous. Don't be shy with the salt. Bit of pepper on there. And one final ingredient, lemon juice. And that is going to go in the oven. So now that's in the oven, it's going to take around 20 minutes to cook those potatoes at a nice good temperature here. We're going to crack on with the falafel mix. Oh. So once you've kind of blended it up to the right consistency, you want a pulpy kind of consistency. Just make sure everything's all nicely blended up together. Looks a bit wet. It is a bit wet, but we're still going to add some bits and pieces to it to get it to the right consistency, the exact consistency we want. Salt, key, a little bit of pepper inside, like so. Cumin, so you want a good helping of cumin in there, and some ground coriander, like so. That's about that right much. I'm going to add a little bit of flour. What the flour will do, kind of bind it together to make sure that we're not opening it up everywhere. Right, so we're waiting for the oil to heat up. Let me see where we're at with that. That kind of consistency is just about right. Okay, so I give a little taste just to make sure that the salt is right, and just a pinch of salt in there. It's always better to taste it before you start cooking, otherwise it's just a nightmare. That's in there like so. Right, we got the oil is getting hot here. There are several ways that we can do this. I'm going to be a bit more chefy about it and do what we call quenelles to get the little balls. If not, you can just do it in your hand very simply. And I'm going to get rid of that because that shouldn't be in there. Right, so you can do, like I said, this is a chefy kind of way that you want to do little quenelles, like so. That's like that, and just drop it in there. Now, what I am going to do though, whilst that's in there, we have to make tahini sauce. Falafel without tahini, it's not falafel. So, tahini sauce, very simple. You can buy your tahini from pretty much Turkish shops or Arab shops. It's just simply sesame oil or sesame paste. That's all it is. To this here, lemon juice, salt, tahini, splash of water. And it should kind of, as you see, it thickens up and it should get a bit whiter. That's the lemon juice in there that binds together.
I'm so glad I'm watching you do this because these are the kind of things I love to eat, but I don't know how to make.
I'm going to start to plate up just by putting things on top. I'm going to leave it just on here like so. Once we get them all done, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. It should be nice and crispy on the outside. Now, just a quick note, you may see the meat sitting out here, you may be worried and all of that. Don't be, it's done for a reason. Let the meat come to room temperature. It's there for a reason. I didn't forget about it. So, my tahini sauce that I'm just going to drizzle on top like so. This is my simple falafel dish. Again, to recap, chickpeas, pepper, coriander powder, cumin powder, salt, pepper, and a lot of garlic. Blended, mashed, crushed, smashed together however you like, deep fried. It's as simple as that. Right, please.
I'm
Bismillah.
taking the best cooked
Take
one.
that one. I'm gonna take the one that you did, and we go from there. Soft, fluffy, light, and hot.
Trying to make a mess.
Nice.
Delicious.
Great. That's it,
Oh,
guys.
delicious.
Delicious. You heard it. Thank you very much. We're coming back. We're going to start with the mains. But I'm going to be cooking steak the right way. Maybe medium maximum, but preferably medium rare. And just a minute or two each side, and you whack it in the oven. Carrots going in. There is a little trick that you can do. When you start from here, it's going to be medium rare, medium well, well done. That's all right. You're okay. Look at that. It's medium well. Juicy, isn't it?
I'm shocked.
Really juicy.
I am so shocked.
I have this same reaction every single time. We are back, and I'm going to be doing steak the right way. There is no arguments for this, okay? I'm the chef. It's supposed to be done like this. Don't ask for well done, because if you ask me for well done, I'm gonna tell you to have chicken. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of sauce for it. I know you guys, you love to have your sauce and cover it and smother it and everywhere. No, I'm gonna put it on the side. You can dip and eat it at your leisure. But I'm gonna be cooking steak the right way. Maybe medium maximum, but preferably medium rare. Now, I'm going to need a hand because I've got a lot of things going on all at once. If you want to come back, sister, please come back. Give us a hand. Right, I've got some water boiling because we're going to prep the carrots. I'll peel the carrots because I'll probably be a lot faster. But I need you just to give them a chop for me. Right, so steak. It has been left out. You've seen it now. It's been sitting on the side. I mentioned it earlier. It has to be left out. Whenever you buy red meat and you're going to fry it or grill it or barbecue it, bring it up to room temperature. That's what you want. And you're going to leave it just to relax. There we go. All right, that's what you want. The meat has to relax. And then you're going to put it on that hot, hot pan. If you put it when it's cold, it's already rigid. It doesn't release all the juices the way it's supposed to be. Little drizzle olive oil in the pan. Just a smidge. a little bit of butter. That's going to give a great color and a real depth to the flavor. Salt, a lot of salt on here. Look at that. You want to cover it. Now, you might think that it's too much salt, but as you see the meat, it's a great thickness of meat. Look at that. So you want salt to cover all of the outside. Now, I've got the two different cuts, as I mentioned here. You've got ribeye. This is your ribeye. That would be the ribs, and this is the eye, rib eye. Okay, this is for veal, so it's a little bit smaller. It's a great piece of meat here. And then we have here, this would be then normally this would be your T-bone. This is the sirloin, and then later on down, you'd have a bit of the fillet which would come on here. So this is the sirloin, this is the ribeye. I'm going to take these little carrots and I'm going to blanch them literally just for a few minutes. I really don't want them to overcook. Again, it's the same thing with the meat and the veg. Do not overcook it. You want it crunchy, al dente. You have to have that snap when you bite it.
I like
Again, oil and butter. The butter gives it a little bit of flavor. The oil stops it burning. I've used olive oil. You don't have to use olive oil, but I like olive oil to use. I'm going to leave this over here. Pepper. Load of pepper on top. Again, some people say, oh, it's too much. And it's not. It's not. Both sides peppered and salted. Now, I did say I was going to go two different ways. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add, look, a little bit of crushed garlic, just a little bit in here.
I love garlic.
But just crushed, chucked it in, okay? Rosemary, I'm just going to drop it in there for a second.
That was literally just olive oil, butter, and rosemary.
Olive oil, butter, and rosemary.
No salt?
No, because you've got all the salt on there. So, with that nice sizzle that you've got in there, a nice high heat, and you're going to seal the sides. Now I start with the fat side, and again the same with that one. Turn it on the side, and just a minute or two each side, and you whack it in the oven. As you can see here, look at that. You've got that crust, that seal. That's perfect. From there, go straight to the oven. So now it's been in there, what, 7, 8 minutes? When I say the finger test, there is a little trick that you can do. Like so, if you kind of make a circle with your thumb and fingers, when you start from here, it's going to be medium rare, medium well, well done. Key thing that we have to do, rest the meat. Again, rest it before, rest it after. You're going to let that. That's done there. The potatoes are almost done. They've been in the oven not for long. I'm going to whack this on, and I'm just going to blitz the carrots quickly, very, very quickly. We're going to have a little kind of a honey mustard glaze on the carrots. So that's on there. With that, I like butter cooking. This is the kind of European style that I was taught. It's the European style, butter and, salt and pepper.
I use a lot of butter too.
We use a lot of butter. It's very good like that. Bit of mustard over here. My honey. Just melt those down. I've got a teaspoon perhaps.
So that's just butter and mustard.
Butter, mustard. Big squidge of honey. Like that. That's going to sizzle away. Carrots going in. Like so. And we're going to give them a good toss up very easily. Nice high heat. You're going to get a wonderful glaze on there. Oh, that's perfect. That's it. You just want to give them a quick glaze. The carrots are already cooked, already done. You don't want to overcook them. You just give the carrots a quick glaze on there. Like so. And we start to plating up now. Like so. Oh, wonderful. Right. Now, the meat has rested. Look at that juice. Look at the juices that are on that. I think you might be in luck. So for peppercorn sauce, we're going to use just some simple peppercorn, crushed pepper in there like so. And we're going to add just a bit of cream that goes inside like that. And we just mix it up a bit. That is a very, very, very simple, quick and easy peppercorn sauce like so. Right, that's there. It's a very, very simple peppercorn sauce. I'm just going to put a touch over here and around the plate. So you don't lose any of the flavors that we have started with. None of the flavors that we have started with? Have we lost? That's the key about my cooking. Make sure I put a bit on top. I don't normally, but just a little drizzle.
Am I making you break the rules?
You are making me break the rules. I don't know what's got into me. I'm too nice. That's what it is. Right. There we have a very simple dish. Let's cut it straight down the middle and then we can see exactly where we're going to. That's all right. You're okay. Look at that. It's medium well. There we are. I was generous with you today. I was nice with you today, so you're not too bad. You have to try each piece individually and then you try it all together. There we go.
Yes,
sister.
Dad, sure.
Juicy, isn't
I'm
it?
shocked.
It's really juicy.
I'm so shocked.
I have this same reaction every single time.
That's a lot.
Oh, please tuck in. It's yours.
It's all mine.
It's
I'm
yours.
taking it.
There
Thank
you go. I'm so glad. I'm pleased. We're going to crack on with dessert. Fantastic, wonderful poached crumble pear.
Oh, it's so good.
You enjoying that?
I'm shocked. I was worried about offending you.
Dessert time. My favourite time of any meal.
When you say simple, it just catches my interest.
Yes, we like things simple, we like things easy. But the whole thing with cooking is, and I say this all the time, there's no rules. A little bit of crumble on each one.
Don't you think it's such an important life skill for both boys and girls to have?
And get the kids involved, to get
It's just
messy.
the simplicity of it. I love it.
That's it. This is going to go in the oven. It's good. 3 courses and 1 guest. Dessert time. My favourite time of any meal. This is right at the end. We save the best till last. Everyone has room for dessert. And today I'm going to be doing poached nectarines or spiced poached nectarines with a little crumble and just a touch of vanilla cream. Put the pan on, we'll get a nice little warm temperature because we're going to just kind of poach them down slightly with a kind of a spiced infusion. Then they're going to go in the oven, finish up, become so soft and beautiful with a little bit of crumble on top. But first of all, fresh ginger. I love ginger. It's a great kind of additive and it can be so diverse. You can use it for sweet or savoury, but in this case we're going to use it for sweet. Not chopping
Ginger's
it.
really good for you.
It's very good for you. It's one of those, all this antioxidant nutrients and all the other bits and pieces that we have here. So I'm going to just core my nectarines. You could use, if you really wanted to, peaches or maybe plums, if you get the large plums. You could use a pear if you so wish. Let me try and get this.
This turns out to be simple and delicious. I bought some nectarines today actually before I came into work.
Well,
shall be making them.
The whole thing with cooking is, and I say this all the time, there's no rules. Get kids involved, make them eat foods that they wouldn't normally eat. That's what I'm trying to do with you. Make you eat foods that you normally wouldn't eat.
It's been such a long time since I felt like a kid standing with her dad in the kitchen or mum convincing her to eat the right kind of food.
Right, so, noble butter.
I'm feeling like a right little whinger as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, not me, right? So, into that, there's ginger. All right, I'm going to add a smidge of paprika here. Okay. Cinnamon, love cinnamon in desserts. There. A little bit of heat. Splodge of honey. What we're going to do then to that, face down first.
Have you always been into cooking?
Yeah, I've always loved cooking. And my mum, being English, was that kind of person that'd be like, if you want it done, do it yourself. You know, I'd be a 14, 15-year-old boy about, Mum, could I get my stuff ironed? And she'd be like, no, you do it yourself. So I moved out, and then when you're at home by yourself, you've got to learn to cook, and that's how it started. I mean, we've always been in the restaurant business. That's what I've learned.
Don't you think it's such an important life skill for both boys and girls to have?
Yeah, I do see a lot of guys, a lot of brothers out there, shame on you. They don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean, they don't know how to turn on a dishwasher or washing machine.
Tell them, please tell them.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's a shame. I understand why, and it keeps the family close, but even still in my family, we're all very close and we see each other all the time. But you've got to have a bit of knowledge, a bit of independence. You can't rely on mum to do everything for you. Now, the poaching bit is going to come in place. I'm going to add a little bit of water to that. So you don't want a high temperature too much. You're just going to add a bit of water. Now we're going to make our crumble. Crumble, very, 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 very simple. More simple than people realize. Butter, I'm going to
When you say simple, it just catches my interest.
Yes, we like things simple. We like things easy. A bit of butter in here, like so. Now is the point. I'm going to give you one. I've got large gloves. I'm sorry. They were for my hands. Two, like that. Add just a little touch of sugar. Not too much. Just a little bit of sugar, probably about a tablespoon of sugar to that. And I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar in here, like so. Now you're going to add the flour, you're going to mash it together, and you add the flour bit by bit, not too much. We don't need too much, you don't like to waste. And you're going to mix it, and you want a kind of, get in there, mix.
Fun part of the job.
Yep, what you really want is a kind of a crumbly, sort of sandy texture. Some lumpy bits, some smooth bits, that's all it is. A little bit of crumble on each one. I mean, you can't beat crumble.
I love this. This is so easy.
So easy, so easy. People don't realize how simple these dishes are. People always try to think that they overcomplicate things. A bit of sugar over each one, like so. And the syrup that you're going to get from there, it's sweet. The fruit should be sweet.
I'm really excited about going home and doing this.
You're going to have so much fun with this. And get the kids involved, to get
Just
messy.
the simplicity of it, I love it.
That's it. This is going to go in the oven. Right, cream. Very simple additive to this. It's cream. I'm not whisking it. You don't want that light, fluffy cream. It's just some to drizzle on top. So we're just adding double cream to a bowl. Again, a little touch of sugar, not too much. Just to take that sweetness in there, just a touch. And vanilla extract. Vanilla extract is very strong. It's not vanilla essence. Right? This is vanilla extract. It's good to buy. It's not cheap, but it's good to buy it because that smells wonderful. Nice. And you only need just a few drops. Otherwise, it's too powerful and it's going to be like you're almost having perfume. And just incorporate that.
That's it.
And that's it.
You know what? You're becoming my favorite chef.
Thank you.
Everything is simple.
Very simple with my
quick.
cooking. Right, so that's it. You just thicken it up a little bit. Just give it a light whisk. You don't want it, again, like I said, you don't want it too much. Really very simple as that. I'm going to get my plate because we are almost ready. Right, so now out of the oven, pan is hot, a good crust on top, perfect crumble. 1, 2, and excuse fingers. I always use fingers. I mean, we're cooking, we relax, we all know each other, we all keep clean hands. Like so. Take a bit of the cream. Like so. And that cream just cuts through everything. All right, there we go.
Wow, mashallah.
That, my poached spiced nectarines with crumble and a touch of vanilla cream.
Bismillah.
Try it. You should still have that. There we go. Should still be a bit of a bite on that.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
Not too sweet?
Delicious. And the kick is coming through now, the spice.
You get that heat? There we go.
It's so good.
Oh, yeah. Right at the end. So you have that spice now coming through, that heat? Yep, right at the last minute.
I would never have thought to put spice in dessert like
Chili
this.
and chocolate. It's
Don't
very
mind it at
famous.
all.
Just a little recap on what we did. Falafel with our tahini sauce. We had then from main course, veal steak cooked just medium. with our little potatoes and our sweet, wonderful mustard carrots. And dessert, for the dessert, spiced poached nectarines with a little crumble on top and a touch of vanilla cream. We'll see you next time when I'll have 3 courses and 1 guest. See you then.